Chaos is another dude. Hello collectors, and welcome to the Discount Action Figure Dude. I am your host, Christopher. And as always, we know you have a lot of options for your action figure entertainment, your collectible entertainment. We are just grateful that you chose to spend, if only a few seconds, with me. As you can see, we are here at it's a Fortress of Solitude. So I was sitting around thinking, I want a Fortress of Solitude. I should just go ahead and make one. So I watched a couple of videos, retained some information I thought I really didn't, and got to work. I figured that I would videotape myself making this to help other people who might want a Fortress of Solitude. And basically, when I finished, when I was completed with my Fortress of Solitude, pretty much what I was left with was complete and total chaos. But I don't have a problem with chaos. And if we're here at my Fortress of Solitude hanging out with Kryptonians, clearly we are here to talk about a Kryptonian, and that will be the McFarlane Toys Page Punchers Superman, which includes a comic book. We picked this up at Amazon for roughly $12 and change. I think the Page Punchers cost about $24.99, 45 bucks. So 50% savings for a Superman. We call that a bargain, but it doesn't have value. Well, we won't know that till we cut this bitch open. And here goes Kal-El out of the box with all of his accessories, including his flight hands to go along with his oversized fists. Those are some big fists he has there. His flight stand, a comic book, which I would read if I haven't read it already because they give you the same comic book. And of course, the highly cherished collecting card. I'll say this, the Page Punchers line of collector's cards do look good. But let's say we take a closer look at Page Punchers Superman. Alrighty then, Page Puncher Superman. Oh, this is one good-looking dude. Check him out. Let's get a close-up of this pretty face that Page Punchers is working with. So if you are, tired of your ugly Superman, your Frank Miller Superman, man, he looks so fucked up. I mean, I love the guy. Goodness gracious, that face. Now you got yourself a nice, pretty Superman, a Matt Bomer style Superman, who apparently was in the running to be Superman, despite the fact I think he's 5'9" and might weigh 150 pounds. Now, this guy is how I prefer my Superman, with his underwear on the outside, yellow belt. I don't know if I'm too crazy about the windswept cape. I kind of like the capes. All these other Superman, or the Jay Lee Superman, he has a windswept cape. As you can see, a bunch of them have cloth capes, but just the cape hanging down straight, that works for me. Like the raised detail on the hope symbol there. I also like it when my Superman have an S on the back of their cape too. It's just a personal thing. Some do, some don't. Christopher Reeve's up there and Beast Kingdom Superman, they both have S's on their capes. Black Suit Henry Cavill and Kingdom Come Superman do not. But back to the star of the show. Love the costume, of course. It's classic Superman costume. It's a darker blue, a more muted, depressed blue, which I don't mind, because even though if I had a choice, I'd go with the lighter blue for an ideal Superman. But I think this mixes it up perfectly for your collections, as you can just have a bunch of Superman wearing different kind of costumes. Like ideally, yeah, this costume, the color of this costume is probably what I would consider an ideal Superman color. But I like this too. Like that, and even this isn't much of an issue with the Superman, but other than the fact that he has some really large hands. But then so does this guy. They both have really big hands. Even this Superman's hands are bigger than that guy's hands. But yeah, those are some big old hands my man got there. That's frightening, actually. Does Superman need big fists? And of course, his only accessory other than his flight stand are, and they should all, you can call them flight hands, or you could call them, you know, my father begat his only begotten son hands, so I can come save you hands. This is what I like to call them. Or if you want to be, you know, an asshole about it, considering the size of them, you can call them his slap a bitch hands. I wouldn't call them that though, because that's uncalled for. You know, his articulation is okay, but then, you know, for a Superman, articulation is limited. The articulation he needs is limited. You know, he needs to, having a double jointed knee Superman is okay, I guess, but he only needs to bend his knees so far so he can strike a flight pose. And if my Superman can do that, then I have a Superman with all of the posability that I need. So what kind of value do we assign Pretty Boy over here? Well, one of the good metrics of value is, would you pay full price for this guy? Answer for this is yes, absolutely. I would totally pay $25 for this guy, because I am a stan for Superman. Love me some Superman. Love me some Kryptonians. The fact that I got this Superman for half price, and the fact that he is going to be going somewhere in my Fortress of Solitude, or my wall of Kryptonians I got back there, instead of going in the closet or a drawer, that is a positive thing. And for that, this guy is a damn good value.